everyone, this is Audrey Anthony from Global Migration Solutions based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Today's topic would be, as a parent, how do I migrate to Australia? If you have been researching the immigration website online, you may be confused as to the various routes available, such as the aged parent visa, the contributory parent visa, non-contributory parent visa, temporary parent visa, and so on. So today I would be speaking to you about the two main categories, which is the contributory parent visa and the non-contributory parent visa. Before we get to that, let's look at the prerequisites that you as a parent would need to meet in order to qualify to apply for this application. One of the most important immigration criteria is that the balance of the family test is met. So the balance of family test requires that you have 50% of your children living and residing in Australia as a PR or an Australian citizen. So this would mean that if you have 5 children, 3 of them will need to be living in Australia. If you have 4 children, 2 of them will need to be living in Australia already. And the child that is going to be the sponsor for the application will need to have stayed in Australia for minimum 2 years before they qualify as a sponsor for your application. On top of that, you will need to meet the health requirement. There will be a health check to be done and also character clearance. So for the health requirement, it is pretty straightforward. As long as you do not have any critical conditions, you will have no problems getting through this visa examination. If you have common illness like cholesterol, diabetes, and blood pressure, this is not a problem. As for the police check, you just have to be free from criminal conduct and you will have no problems passing this. Another important aspect to know is if you wish to file this application on shore in Australia, you need to be 65 years and above. Otherwise, you will only be entitled to do an offshore application in your home country. So these are the main prerequisites. Now that you know these, let's go on to the visa option. So the first visa that I'll be speaking about is the contributory parent visa, subclass 143 for an offshore application and subclass 864 for an onshore application. Okay, so this visa used to be taking only about 1.5 years previously, but the processing time for this visa is up to 4 years now. It's about 4 years plus due to the demand. So this visa is in fact the fastest visa. You may think that 4 years is a little long, but trust me, this is the fastest way to get a parent visa to Australia. So this visa is called as a contributory visa because you will need to pay a second visa application charge of 43,600 per parent just before approval. This is what we call the cut queue fee because you pay this and you get your visa in about 4 years or so. So you may be thinking that it's risky to pay such a hefty sum, but let me just clarify that this 43,600 is not paid upfront. It is only going to be collected from you by immigration when you have already cleared every requirement, and when immigration is about to finalize the visa, they will request for this 43,600. So that's contributory parent visa. Now, the non-contributory parent visa, there are also 2 types. One is the subclass 103, which is for offshore application, and subclass 804 for an onshore application. This visa used to be taking about 6 to 8 years to get the visa finalized, but currently this visa is now taking up to 30 years. So that's a really long wait, and in terms of our own clientele, we do not have many clients favoring this at this point of time, but this visa may be suitable for certain situation, which if you wish to explore this, please speak to us about it. So as opposed to the contributory parent visa where you need to pay the 43,600 at the end, in this visa you're only required to pay about 2,000 plus Aussie in the end of the application. So that is the main difference. The one with the cut queue fee, you get your visa in 4 years, and this takes up to 30 years. Okay, And the next most important thing to actually know is both these visas that I've actually explained are full PR visas, meaning when the visa is approved, you have a full PR status in Australia. This means it's really great because you have full access to all the medical benefits, welfare benefits, and there's no waiting period that you need to go through before you can enjoy these benefits. The only waiting period is you need to wait for 10 years for pension allowance. Okay, so again, I would like to remind you that if you wish to make an application onshore, you must be above 65 years of age. So finally, you may ask, what is the benefit or the difference in making the application onshore or offshore? When you submit an application onshore, basically you will be granted a bridging visa that allows you to remain inside Australia until your visa decision is made. Okay, so this visa allows you to be in Australia, but it doesn't allow you to leave Australia. So should you need to leave Australia, you will actually need to apply for another bridging visa, okay, and then come back to Malaysia and then go back to Australia again. So we generally would only recommend for you to do an onshore application if you foresee yourself not needing to exit Australia as often as you need to. Whereas if you file an offshore application from your home country, while the visa is processing, let's say it takes 4 years, in between you are free to still travel to Australia on a tourist visa as and when you need to, and there is no implication to your visa. Okay, so that is basically sums up the main criteria of the parent visa application. So if you have any further questions about this application, you're more than welcome to contact our office, and we will be more than happy to assist you on your parent visa application. Thank you so much. Have a good day.